In January, we did my annual 31 Days to a More Effective Compliance program where we looked at one thing you could do each day. Well, we're back with the Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where we bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. In the chaotic world of 2025 and beyond, compliance will become even more important, and you staying on top of your game will help your company move forward. Today on the Compliance Tip of the Day, we take up real-time compliance scoring through the use of AI. In addition to many of the other functions that AI can bring to compliance, one not often thought of, or at least not talked about enough, is leveraging generative AI and APIs to get real-time compliance scoring of operation. This refers to dynamically assessing and quantifying one's compliance status at any given moment. For instance, a cybersecurity compliance platform may have a continuously evaluate an organization's adherence to standards such as ISO 27001 and produce a live score or a dashboard. Platforms can provide real-time scoring that visually represents the organization's compliance posture, allowing compliance teams to immediately identify gaps for remediation. By pulling data from various systems, whether security controls, training, or processes followed, platform updates compliance scores instantaneously. Another example in financial services where banks use real-time risk scoring for transactions to comply with AML rules. As transactions flow through payment systems, an embedded compliance engine can score each transaction level and stop those that exceed a threshold, effectively doing on-the-fly AML compliance. The key benefit of real-time compliance scoring is continuous awareness. Instead of discovering non-compliance during an annual audit, companies see their status live and can address issues proactively. Many tools have such capabilities, noting specifically real-time compliance and a single source of truth. Embedding scoring APIs into your core compliance system means compliance officers and business leaders can get on-demand reports on compliance health, often broken down by business unit, process, and even trigger alerts, automated alerts, or actions if scores fall below acceptable levels. Automated checks, AI contract reviews, and real-time compliance scorings will act as a connective tissue that weaves compliance into the very fabric of your day-to-day business operations. This enables instantaneous checks against complex rules, which previously would have required manual interpretation by compliance experts. By doing so, you can drastically reduce the latency period between action and compliance verification and remediation on a go-forward basis. Mistakes and violations can be caught during this process or maybe even before they happen rather than after the fact. Moreover, embedding compliance via APIs ensures compliance is consistently applied across organizations. Every system team that connects to the compliance API is using the same up-to-date rules and interpretations, aligning with a single repository of compliance rules to literally respond in real time going forward. So what are today's 3 key takeaways? Number 1, APIs instantly perform ID verifications, sanction screening, and risk scoring. Number 2, APIs can pull from government databases and watch lists in seconds, a task that used to take days if done manually in the back office. And number 3, API-driven compliance integration allows business to marry compliance with business operations and, most importantly, with convenience for the business folks. This episode, and you'll join me again tomorrow on the Compliance Tip of the Day. This is Tom Fox again. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily. And frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The Compliance Tip of the Day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network. Finally, this podcast contains promotional materials.